Our next dance group is the Eagle Raven Dancers from Juneau. The Eagle Raven Dancers was started by Agnes Bellinger in 1985. Over the years, Mrs. Bellinger has taught many Tlingit singers and dancers. Several of the Juneau dance groups were started by dancers that learned from her, and Agnes remains their teacher. Eagle Raven Dancers has performed at traditional events, celebration, non-traditional events, and they've traveled to Hawaii for a canoe launching, performed at the Goodwill Games in Seattle, and a powwow in Albuquerque and other places including Canada. Please welcome the host city, Juneau's own Eagle Raven Dancers.
Good evening, everyone. We're the Eagle Raven Dancers. We bring you our kusakhan because we're Eagle Raven Dancers. The ones that are ravens are bringing love to the eagles, and the ones that are eagles are bringing love to the ravens. After we get through with our love songs, we're going to do a thing for the Yanwasha. I'm just trying to prepare the Yanwasha in the audience. They can come up and dance with us if they want to. And I do have hats here. This little red case it's a box of sailor hats. Okay, the first song we'll be doing is the entrance song that Harold Jacobs made from his grandfather's words, George Davis. We'd really like to thank Harold for this new song that we use for entrance. Good day. though we live in Haines and Cluckwon, we are from Sitka. Our roots are from Sitka. There's 3 families up there that are known as Sitka Kagwantan because our grandmothers are from the Wolf House in Sitka. The Strawn's grandmother's name was Akla. Wilbur Donnelly's grandmother's name is Kakad. And my grandmother's name was Kakdagan. They are from the Wolf House, and their mothers were sisters, so they were first cousins. That's why we're so closely related. I just mention it because I'm trying to teach my nephews and my nieces how we are related to each other. I'd like them to come out now. The Strawn family, and anybody. Oh, Paul lives here in Juneau too, so he can come out. We're just sort of misplaced Kagwantans. We are all Sitka Kagwantans. My grandfather, Tom Jimmy, told me when I asked him, why do they call me Sitka Kagwantan, Grandpa? He said, because you're from Sitka. I said, why can't I be from Clickwan or Haines? They said, he told me the ones that are called Chilkat Kagwantan, they came there with the Qanaktedi people. They were married to the Qanaktedi people already. And we came later, at a later date. We married in the Raven people up in Tlakwan, and therefore we built a house up there. But we weren't the original settlers there. Why don't you just come out and say your name? Oh, okay. I guess it's against the rule to introduce ourselves. Well, anyway, look at them. They're Sitka Kagwantans. We're getting more like the late Pa all the time. We're getting rules. Next song we'll be doing is Tuwasa Nakaskidit Khatsihenuj. This song was composed in the Chilkat area, so we get to use it. Good. The next song was also composed in the Chilkat area. It was composed about Kus'een. Everybody in Juneau knows when she was alive, they knew her as Jenny Marks from the Marks Trail. She was married to Nichku'uwa, who was Austin's father. And then we could use the song, Gusua'e Kagwantaniet. The next song we'll be doing is the Kakari song. I'm a Kakari Yadi, so I get to use the song. But we always used it for Horace Marks when he was alive. Most of us were Kagwantan in the Eagle Raven Dancers, so he was our pop. We're doing this to honor Horace Marks, even though he's gone, even though he's left us. I think he still listens to us. Yis Kuste. She wants to dance. She's dressed the way she is. The headdress she has on is Aleut. She's an Aleut baby. Okay, the next song we'll be doing is another Carguantan song. The granddaughter of Charlie Moses that composed this song is still alive. She's in Klawock. Her name is Helen Thomas. Kitchk Itla. Her grandfather raised her. This is her grandfather's song, Dayin Datan. For the ones that noticed, it was a wrong song. We were supposed to sing Dayin Datan, and they sang Hooch Inis, which was composed in the Chilkat area also by a man named Chkid Laka, Ed Shortridge. It was composed about Susie George, Isabel Katzik's mother. This is a song they just got through singing. So we're singing Dayin Datan next. I'll have to apologize to my special Kagwantani. We'll have to cut our program short. We're going to do our Yanwasha song now. In 1986, Ruth Lucky and Jack Lucky translated this song for my mother, Jenny Clinot. And she died before they could give it to her. So Jack is a relative, he's a Kagwantan, so he presented this to me. And I wanted to share it with all the rest of the Kagwantan Yanwasha in the world. It's real easy words. It says, Shaye na de ke sayek Yanwasha. And if anybody wants to come up and join us on this, they're more than welcome. Where's all the Sitka Kagwantans? I have to explain too. Before my mother died, she named Daisy Phillips to take her place when she died. And then after Daisy's gone, Evelyn Hodge, I don't know whether she's in the hall or not, and I were chosen to replace them. They say not just anyone can be a leader of the Yanwasha. There are certain protocols you have to follow. And they said one of them was you have to be the grandchild of your own clan. In other words, you have to be Kagwantan Dachkan. And both Evelyn and I are. I wish she was here. We also, at one of the potlatches, we have flags. We have a big flag and we have little flags. This is Yanwasha flag. We also have a ship up in the Haines and Tlakwan area. It's called the USS Chilkat. We adopted this at the 1992 potlatch. Each area should be able to have their own leaders. We just are organized in Haines because Mrs. Annie Claney was the first one, the first admiral up there until she died, and then my mother became the admiral, and it is handed down so on. But each area, I think, should have their own, because sometimes we hear a little noise about trying to be the boss of everything. We're not. We're just Haines and Click-On. And our ship is called USS Chilkat. Okay. Some of the people object to that one line. Yahuchitat yak now nachtunut. But as far as I know, ever since I was a little girl, I used to see the U.S. Navy. They were very notorious for having a farewell drink. So we're going to keep it in. Okay, we're going to do our exit song. We've ran out of time. And this is the Simsian entrance song. We've been using this song up in Haines for a long time. In fact, this is the first song the elders taught the Boy Scouts, which Karl Heinmiller was in charge of. I have the tapes of it. The old people used to use it up in Haines. I'm just explaining why we're using it, because we've always used it. Good.
hear it for the Juneau Eagle Raven Dancers. Give them a big hand.